Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading I'm going to be talking about how people around you in the 3D see you versus how spirit sees you. For this reading what I chose instead of crystals was 4 different boxes. The reason why I chose a box was I see how people see you as what is on the outside of the box, and to some extent it's how yourself sees you and how spirit sees you inside the box. So whatever's inside is things to do with your subconscious, things that you might not be immediately aware of. Spirit also knows you, from your first very incarnation. It knows everything about you, your inner depths as well. So what I'm hoping that this reading will do is bring to light some things about yourself and any advice as well from spirit. And I just thought it was interesting to see the comparisons between how people see you versus how spirit sees you. Now all these boxes, well actually 3 of them I use to keep my different tarot decks in, along with some tumblestones. And this particular box, this second box, is just for keeping tumblestones or crystals. So if you pick the first group, you will be selecting this lovely blue Celtic tarot box. Now, I think this is a Celtic triquetra symbol. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If it's the right symbol, that's great. If it's not, please let me know in the comments below. So if this resonates with you, that's great. Okay, so that's for group 1. And for group 2 is this lovely Chakra Box, or Chakra Box I should say. Okay. And for group 3 is this steel Pentagram box. Okay. And for group 4 is this carved wooden box. I think it's got some sort of Celtic design in it, flowers or something like that. And inside is this lovely rich red colour as well. Okay, so take as much time as you need to select which reading or which group or groups most resonate with you. Use your intuition and pause the video if necessary. If you like my content, if you like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe, all the usual things. Okay, so again, thank you very much and I look forward to seeing you at your reading. Goodbye. Hello people in group 1 and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely blue triquetra Celtic box. And this reading will be about how people see you in the 3D, in the world around you, versus how spirit sees you. Right, so let's begin. So spirit, please can you give me information on how people see. So we're talking about this incarnation on Earth in the 3D. How people see people in group 1, please. How do they see them, please? Okay. I'm going to put that aside because it's causing a bit of not creating a lot of room on the desk. So we have the Devil. Interesting start, group 1, followed by the King of Swords, followed by the Hermit. That's interesting. What I'm getting here is that people see that you have quite a lot of hidden depths. You might be seen as someone who keeps quite a lot close to their chest, but outwardly you are a very intelligent person. You're very clear. You've got a very concise and clear way of saying things, but people know it's not anything really kind of superfluous. It's kind of, you have a lot of deep knowledge with that, as we can see by the Hermit. And I'm getting a sense what people see in you is that you are someone who likes time away from people, from the crowds, maybe from life in general, just to have a little bit of alone time, and they see you as somebody who feels that is very important. But I really feel that you have a very, very strong presence. Now, I'm not going to say intimidating, but I would say a powerful presence. People know basically who you are when you attract a lot of attention. Now, I think people view you in different ways. So some people, because they might find it quite hard to get to know you, and that might make them feel quite threatened, and that's why we have this devil card. So I think that some people might feel a bit, because of your intelligence and because of your, maybe in some circumstances you might be quite direct and forthcoming, that they might feel quite intimidated by this, and there might be a bit of fear. But that isn't really to do with you, that's really to do with their own fears and insecurities, and that's what I'm seeing with this devil card. It might also make them look at themselves and look at things themselves that they're afraid of. You might be one of those people who I get a sense that you're one of these people that sort of speaks the truth. Okay, and that makes people quite fearful and scared, because some people just don't want to hear the truth, or they want to keep kind of blinkered. But I believe for you, it's like you have some sort of knowledge, some sort of deep knowledge. I think you're very, very analytical. And again, I think you keep a lot to your chest, but when there's something that's important, you speak your mind. And that is where this devil card comes in. I think people feel in some circumstances a bit threatened. They don't know how to take you. And I think that's also because you have a very, very strong presence. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have Pluto in the first house, that kind of placement as well in your birth chart. That might be applicable for some of you, it might not be, but definitely you have it's like a mysterious, dark kind of energy, but not necessarily anything negative, but people don't know, and people do generally fear what they don't know. Okay, and that's what I'm getting from you. Right, so I'm going to get a bit more information about that. Very interesting start, group 1. So, Spirit, please can you tell me, how do people in the 3D view people in group 1, please? A bit more information, please. Okay. Wow, we have the King of Swords again. So yeah, I think they fear your directness, and they know deep down that you speak the truth, and it's like you make them face things about themselves, or maybe about the world, that they don't really want to face. And that's where this sort of dark devil energy is coming through. And then we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, I think you come across as somebody very energetic. You might have a lot of youthful energy as well. There's like a burning fire, a burning desire within you that is portrayed to people, and people sort of, even if they're not psychic or they don't sense energy, they kind of sense it from you, and maybe they don't know why they're getting that sense from you. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. What I'm getting from this is that you have a lot of depths. People are aware of that, and you have, even though you might come across as quite, forthcoming, bold, some people might see it as aggressive, when it is actually assertive, which is a very, very different thing. You are actually a very caring and nurturing person. I get that you're one of those sort of people that you say the truth about matters, but you would provide shelter to somebody in need, and this can be animals, this can be the vulnerable, anything like that. But you have a very, very deep caring nature, and again, there's a lot of depths to you, as you see with this Hermit card. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get one of my oracle cards. So what I think I'll do, I'll use this Sacred Forest Oracle. I don't think I've used this deck before in any of my previous readings. So Spirit, please can you give me one card from this deck to describe how people see people in group 1, please. Wow, we have Eagle Spirit, Freedom. Yeah, I think what this is picking up on is that you've got some kind of, I see this eagle here, and it's somebody who sees a higher view. They're talking from a higher view. They get a knowledge from a higher perspective, because you've got these two King of Swords here. It's like you've got a big perspective on the world. And this freedom as well, it's like you're free to express yourself in the way that you want to. That's what I'm seeing here. And especially with this Page of Wands energy, they do tend to view you as some kind of free spirit. And I'm looking at the animals here. This lovely, we've got the eagle, and we've got the, I believe that's a Pegasus or a horse, and the nature, this is the Sacred Forest deck obviously, but the nature references as well, is that you have a very, very deep caring, and you have a deep caring and respect for the world around you. And that is what is showing through to people. So what I'll do as well, I'm going to use this Intuitive Life Coach Oracle deck, I should say. So Spirit, oh, that flew out. Earth shifts, yes. So you are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such you experience all that she does. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you have a strong earthy energy to you. I get a sense that even though there's something mysterious about you, you do come across as somebody very, very grounded. And as I said before, you are very caring and very respectful towards Mother Earth and the earth around you. And you will speak the truth, and you will stick up for people, whatever, and stick up for the vulnerable no matter what. And that can make people feel quite scared and quite fearful. And it actually makes them look at the dark side of themselves as well. Wow, lovely. Okay, so now let's delve a bit deeper into what Spirit sees about you. Now remember, Spirit can see things that we don't necessarily see about ourselves, because they know our subconscious. They know everything that we've done, what we've thought. They know our subconscious as well from our very first incarnation, and also what we are going to do and what we are going to think as well. So please, can you give me information, Spirit, about how Spirit sees people in group 1, please? Okay, so we have the Justice card, followed by the Moon, followed by the 3 of Pentacles. I get the sense here that Spirit sees you as some sort of quite high status being. Now the reason I'm saying is because you have 2 major arcanas. Obviously you probably would do, because we are talking about Spirit, but also the type of major arcanas we have. We have the Justice card. It's like you have some kind of, like you're tapped into what is universally, and so I'm not talking about the legal system, anything like that. I'm talking about something much bigger, something much deeper, something really spiritual. You have a deep sense of what is right and what is wrong. Okay, and with this Moon card, they see you as somebody with a lot of depths, and I would say here, somebody who is able to face the shadow side of things, as you see with the Moon card here, and also as you see with the Devil. You are somebody who is able to go into the shadows. Possibly your soul in previous incarnations has experienced the real shadow, the real depth, the dark side of things, and that's given you a lot of experience. And that's why people are getting this King of Swords energy coming through, along with the Hermit as well. And this eagle is to do with, higher perspective as well. So yeah, very, very, a very, very deep person, somebody who's able to go into the depths, and somebody who's got a lot of possibly psychic potential. And what I think Spirit is alluding to here is that you would do well to actually, you have this knowledge, and you might be thinking that it's coming, just from the brain, from the logical part of your brain. What they're trying to tell me is that you are, without knowing it in some cases, that might not be the case for all of you, but you are getting this knowledge from a very, very high source. And from a very deep source as well. It's beneath the surface. You're getting all this knowledge and information from beneath the darker layers, the surface. And what I see here is how Spirit sees you is that you're like somebody who almost collaborates with Spirit. So I see that you have a lot of guides here and they're collaborating with you. It's like they see you as somebody with a mission to bring justice to the world in your incarnation at present, and possibly through other incarnations in the future or in the past as well, through this justice card, and that you are in collaboration with various spirit guides or spirit beings in doing this. This is what I see here. It's like you're part of a spiritual project. That's what I see here. This is how Spirit sees you. So I get a bit more, let's delve a bit deep into this, please, Spirit, into how you, Spirit, or how Spirit sees people in group 1, please. Okay. Wow, we have the Fool, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing from this, to clarify the Justice card, or to give more information to the Justice card, we have the Fool card, and the Fool is to do with the beginning of things. And what I get a sense of, from your very first incarnation, remember the Fool is at the baby, the very first time he's been born, he's the baby in all his incarnations. From that very first time you were first incarnated, you were really, you had a strong connection to Source, whether you knew it or you didn't, and you're carrying with you this energy of universal justice that's coming through with you. And what I get a sense with this 4 of Swords is that you were possibly getting a lot of downloads, or you're accessing a lot of deep spiritual esoteric knowledge while you're asleep, or while you were in times of deep relaxation, or doing something that makes you feel really connected. And in that time you're really connected. Maybe some of you as well, if you don't already, should really have a think about how you work with the elements and the big celestial bodies like the moon and the sun. That might be really important for you in terms of your development. And yeah, it's like, as I said before, you are in a collaborative position with others, with spirit guides, spirit beings. It's almost like you're a spirit guide in a way. And what you're doing, as we see here, we have both of them on the number 3. So you're helping them to transmute this 3 of Swords, this broken-hearted, defeated kind of energy, into something much more constructive, something much more collaborative as well. And what you're meant to do is that you're meant to bring this to the earth plane. Okay, it's like you're kind of a healer in the words that you say, the truth that you bring, because that truth comes from your collaboration with spirit guides. And you're meant to use this energy to heal all the hurts that you come across in the world. Wow. So let's get a bit more information from the Oracle decks. So please, Spirit, how do you see people in group 1, please? Purity, unicorn, yeah. There's a purity about you, because remember we have the Fool, because you've carried through that sense of right and wrong right from the beginning. There is a purity about you, and maybe others might not see that, or they might feel a bit intimidated by that, because you speak the truth and make them face up to things they don't want to face up to, basically. And again, it's like this purity, you have a love for the animal kingdom. I really feel that through this, and Spirit knows that, or Spirit sees that about you, people in group 1. It's like you're connected to all the elementals, maybe, the fairies, things like that as well, all them kind of mystical things as well. Okay. Right, so people in group 1, how does Spirit see them? Synchronicities. Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. What I'm getting here, what this card is picking up on, is that you do have a specific purpose on this planet, in this incarnation. And I think that Spirit sees that in you. It might not necessarily be in a new direction, but I think they want you to gain, you have this knowledge, but they want you to increase the depth of it. They want you to go further, connect with them further, as we have the moon here, really connect to things and really start to take notice of them synchronicities and realize that them synchronicities, it could be, for example, angel numbers, feathers, anything really that feels unusual or feels like something somewhere is trying to communicate with you. So they're saying take notice of that, because that is when you are getting a download and you are getting communication from Spirit directly. Wow, interesting. So lastly, I'm going to finish off by asking, do you have any advice for people in group 1 about this, please, Spirit? We have the Page of Cups, followed by the 9 of Wands, followed by the Emperor. Wow. What I'm getting here is that maybe for some of you, you might need to mix. It's fine to be like this, but there might be times where you need to be a bit softer, maybe, in how you deliver your message. And maybe this could also mean tuning into your psychic depths as well. This is like tuning into your creativity, to your inner child as well, and that will also connect you, as well as, so you're not coming across as just the King of Swords, you are coming across with that Page of Cups energy as well. You are able to blend both, all right? And for some of you, you might have struggled quite a bit, because you might have seen the depths, you might have seen all the dark stuff, experienced the dark stuff, but what they're telling me is that you have the strength to keep standing, to keep carrying on. You have a destiny that's really, really important to impart a lot of true, very, very deep knowledge to people and insights to people that will help the world in general. And we have this Emperor energy. So yeah, they're really telling you to tap into that kind of Emperor, which is Aries, that kind of Emperor energy. Not necessarily that you have to dominate, but it's to do with your sense of importance, in terms of that you have an important mission in the world and you should really carry that on. Okay. And I'm getting the number 4 here. Structure is really, really important for you as well. Emperor is to do with structure. And possibly this could actually be one of your guides that you could call upon to actually help you with this kind of energy, and also to balance this energy. To not just be like a manager, but to be actually a leader, but to be a leader that somebody respects. So there's that leadership energy coming through as well with this, people in group 1. All right. You are able to balance that softness with that kind of leadership and that directness, which you already are doing so well. Okay, because people do look up to you, they do respect you, because they know where you're coming from is something really pure and really good. It's coming from a really, really good place. It's not about ego and anything like that. So I'm going to ask, I think I'll use this deck now, the Lo Scarabeo deck. Just a little bit more information, please, about what advice you have for people in group 1 about this, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune, followed by the 5 of Swords, followed by the 2 of Cups. Wow. Yeah, I really think this 2 of Cups, yeah, it's to do with love and things like that, but also love between you and Spirit as well, that kind of universal love that you're tapping into. And I really believe that this kind of Emperor, this is kind of a guide, and he's connecting you with this divine love, this divine love from spirit, this strength from spirit here as well. He's like connecting you with all parts of yourself and your spiritual self, your higher self as well. With this 5 of Swords, yeah, it's like compounding the fact that you've probably had a lot of kind of challenges, and you still are experiencing these challenges, and it's probably coloured your view of the world in some sort of way. Like, you might get a bit discouraged sometimes and feeling defeated by how the world is going at the moment. But what they're saying is to kind of carry on, and that you have a mission to accomplish, that you're meant to bring all this goodness and all this truth to the world, and to keep carrying on and to keep standing even though you're feeling this. Okay? Because you're meant to prosper in this world, and you're meant to help others prosper as well. And yeah, this Wheel of Fortune, this is definitely to do with your destiny. And it's a very, very positive card in this respect as well. And what they're saying to me is that by kind of invoking or accepting the message that this Page of Cups has given you, is that you are aligning more with your true or higher self. You are able to mix the creative. Remember, we have the 3 here, with the 3, even though you're collaborating, yes, with your spirit guides, but also you have there's a creative energy to you as well. And what they're telling me is that you need to mix that creative, that inner child, that playful energy with that more direct, that more assertive leadership kind of Emperor energy and King of Swords energy as well. And by doing that, by combining them things, you are able to face all the negative kind of energies in the world and bring something really, really positive and connect to spirit as well in a much more fruitful way. So to finish off, I'm just going to pick some last cards from these lovely oracle decks. So again, any advice on this, please, for people in group 1? Storm Spirit, Chaos. Wow. Look, you have the picture of Zeus here, mixed with the Emperor. So what I'm getting here is that you have a lot of power to cause a lot of change. And after chaos comes stability. We need chaos and we need stability. There's like yin and yang as well. That's what I'm seeing from this. This Zeus, he looks very, very much like the Emperor as well. So I really feel that you are connected to a very, very high level being, a very, very high level spirit guide as well. And it's like from, thunderstorms, when we get thunderstorms, it sort of renews everything after. You get that lovely, refreshing breeze. Nature needs thunderstorms as well, and rain, all them sorts of things to clear the air. And that's what you're doing. You're clearing the air. Remember, you have that strong King of Swords energy about you. You're bringing that kind of thunderbolt of truth to people. And that's what Spirit is asking you to do, to carry on with this energy, but to mix it with that Page of Cups energy. Very, very powerful. And then lastly, to finish off, just a little bit more information, please, about what advice Spirit has for people in Group 1. Universal Bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. Lovely. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune as well. It's like you have a direct link, or a telecom or direct link to Spirit, basically. And you were able to tap in, you were able to manifest anything you want, because you have that power, you have that truth, you have that purity about you. And you are tapped in if you want to be tapped in. And the way for you to tap in, again, is through that kind of psychic energy, which they want you to develop with that Hermit energy, with that King of Swords energy as well. Okay, you are able to tap into the universe. You're tapping into the universal thoughts. It's almost like you're able to tap in to the past, the present, everything really, all the universal truths and everything. Okay, wonderful. What a lovely reading to start off. Thank you very much, Group 1. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. And I welcome any comments as well as well. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello people in group 2 and welcome to your reading. This will be about how people see you versus how spirit sees you. So I'm looking for the comparisons between each of them different viewpoints and any advice that spirit has for you about this. And if you chose this reading, you chose this lovely chakra container or chakra box. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside and let's begin. Spirit, please can you give me information about how people in the 3D on planet Earth in this incarnation see people in group 2, please? We have the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Swords, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. What I think people see you as, group 2, is somebody who is very, very self-sufficient, very independent. As I see with this Queen of Pentacles card, it's someone who's able to manage their own affairs. They're able to, it's like that kind of energy of somebody who manages a household or manages the business. Somebody that can always be relied upon. And what I see here is that people are seeing some kind of restriction, is that you're holding yourself back. This is what I get with this Eight of Swords energy. It's something mental. It's like maybe you're not believing in yourself as much as you should, which is what I see with this Eight of Swords. With your mind, with your view, your point of view, it's like you are not seeing your true potential. And I believe that other people are seeing that you have a lot of true potential as well, which you see with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's not just to do with finances or money, but it's true potential in terms of what you can materialize on the earth plane. So again, as well as wealth, it's to do with enjoyments, luxuries, relationships, on all them kinds of things really. And there's a lot of potential and people see that in you as well. I'm going to get a bit more information about this. So Spirit, can I have information please about how people in group 2 are seen by people around them? How are they seen by people around them, please? We have the Sun card, followed by the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I'm really getting a lovely sense of, there's like an inner light that radiates from you. As you see this Queen of Pentacles, she's in the garden, you see this lovely gold light around her, and what she's looking at, she's holding it, it's precious. It's almost like this pentacle that she's holding, this golden pentacle, is helping to emanate that light as well. And that's clarified by this sun energy. You are, I get the sense that you are, you're serious, you're able to like manage things, but you have like a childlike, playful energy as well that sometimes you reveal that, and sometimes you don't. Okay, and I'm getting a sense that you are somebody who is able to balance things, but it's like something that people see that you're not seeing clearly about this, about yourself. There's a clarity. It's like you're balancing things. This is world energies. You're balancing things. You're able to juggle things, but there's a way forward that you're not seeing to do with your potential. I feel like you're juggling a lot as well. That's what they're feeling. It's like to me that you're juggling a lot of responsibilities, and then you might feel, or people around you might feel, that these responsibilities are kind of holding you back from what you're or maybe weighing you down as well from what your true potential is. And there might be a need for some sort of clarity, as you see with the Queen of Swords. There is a strength that people see in you, a strength of mind and a strength of character as well. And that will enable you to head towards this Ace of Pentacles, this true opportunity that is there for you on Earth. You have a lot of potential, Group 2. I'm going to get another clarifier for this Two of Pentacles. Spirit, please another clarifier for the Two of Pentacles in terms of how do people view or see people in Group 2, please. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it is definitely about true potential and ideas that you have, but you're not revealing them. It's something that's not revealed, and some people might not be sure. They might not be sure what they think about you, or what your potential is, because you're hiding it so well. There could be, you're very, very good at managing things, but there's something deep within you that you're kind of holding back on. And this is what they're seeing. They're not sure. They're sort of juggling their viewpoint about you sometimes. It's not always a static thing. People probably change their mind and their perception of you quite a lot. There's that, and there's also the fact that you juggle a lot as well. So I think there's two energies that are happening here. And there's a lot of hidden fire, a lot of creative potential as well there, which will help towards attaining this Ace of Pentacles. But there's a need for some kind of clarity and some kind of direction. And maybe other people can see it and they think, or they've got a particular idea of what it is. And they're thinking, oh, why isn't this person seeing it as well? All right. Lovely. Or they're hoping that you have some kind of freedom and that it's like they're wishing good things for you. It's like they're wishing that you would be released from this Eight of Swords energy and you would be able to unleash this kind of Ace of Wands, this new creative spark into the world, because they see that potential about you. So I'm going to get a bit of information. So yeah, I'm going to use this Sacred Forest deck, the Sacred Forest Oracle. So Spirit, how do people in Group 2, how are they viewed or seen by people around them in the 3D on Earth, please? Playfulness. Yeah, definitely. This is really emphasizing a lot of people get a sense of that playfulness, that childlike energy that comes through. Okay, that's really, really important. Just going to straighten my camera there. All right, so they're really getting a sense of that. And I'm going to use this deck, I think. Okay. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, which I have used before in previous readings. So Spirit, more information about how people are seen by people in... How people in Group 2 are seen by people around them, please. Wise one. Grow within your current situation. Yeah, remember I said somebody who can be relied upon is somebody who's very grounded. What I forgot to mention as well, on the bottom of my original deck, I had the High Priestess. Okay, so yeah, I get a sense that you have got that kind of persona of the wise woman or the wise man that people go to if they want advice. You are able to impart a lot of advice, a lot of good advice. And when I feel that, yeah, you are playful, you impart a lot of advice, but there's a sense that you're not quite achieving your full potential, and people see that in you as well. There's a lot more that you can offer, but it's a lovely energy, and you can see that she's surrounded by these birds. So you've got the owl, I'm not sure if that's a crow or a raven, I think it's a crow. But there's all that kind of, that kind of at oneness with the animals. I don't know if you can see in this deck, we have the rabbits here, and we have the birds here. So yeah, you are very, very grounded, and that's what people sense about you. And you are somebody very reliable, somebody very knowledgeable, somebody very wise as well, and playful. So you've got a lot going for you in terms of what people see about you, group 2. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to delve into how does Spirit see people in group 2, please? Okay. We have, wow, the 10 of Cups. What lovely energy. Followed by the Ace of Cups, followed by the 8 of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. So they see you as a healer and somebody that is in tune with the higher frequency of love. So they see you as somebody with a very, very developed heart chakra, and that is where your true power lies. You are a healer. You are somebody who is able to heal other people. People with broken hearts, people with all sorts of trouble that is to do with their heart chakra. You were able to heal that. So you've got, so maybe there's a lot of clairsentient kind of empathic energy about you. That's what I'm getting from here. And what they want from you is that they want you to carry on with this in a very, very kind of laser focused, determined way. It's like you have some sort of mission that you are on. You are definitely a kind of, what I see you as is some kind of light worker on earth. Okay, and what this is drawing me back to is that maybe for some of you, you might be able to make yourself a bit more comfortable on earth with this talent as well, this talent of healing. Okay, but in order to do that, they just want you to have a bit more clarity as well. So maybe it might, what I'm getting here is that even though you've self-managed really, really well, it could be about developing your knowledge of business in terms of being self-employed or having your own business. There might be a certain thing that you're not seeing. And it could be to do with confidence as well. In, unleashing them ideas into reality, into, onto the 3D plane. But definitely a strong sense of like that light worker healing kind of energy there. Okay. Bit more information, please. For people in group 2, in how Spirit sees them. Okay, so first of all, wow, we have the 7 of Cups, followed by the Hanged Man. Interesting. Followed by the 5 of Pentacles. Right, yes, you are definitely, you are tuned into that kind of 12th house Neptunian kind of energy. I think a lot of you are very, very empathic. You're like empaths, you're clairsentient. Maybe clairvoyant, looking at this as well, clairvoyant, clairaudient as well. I'm getting a sense that some of you might be getting kind of like auditory or visual downloads as well from the universe. I get a sense with this 10 of Cups, it's like a transistor radio or any sort of radio that's tuning into different frequencies. So you are directly tuned into that frequency of love. And what's happening is we've got the 7 of Cups here. This is like peaking beyond the veil. You were able to tune into them frequencies beyond the veil, and you have the potential to bring it down in the work that you do, in that kind of healing work, that kind of heart chakra work as well. And that is what I'm seeing with this card. And yes, you have this connection. Again, he's seeing things. I say this all the time, but he definitely is seeing things from a different perspective because he's hanging upside down and that light is emanating from his head. And again, yeah, you are accessing the other dimensions here, and that's bringing through that lovely healing heart-filled energy, really to do with love. And yeah, what I'm seeing here is what they want you to do. They want you to focus that energy into providing healing for those in this kind of Five of Pentacles energy. So anybody who's vulnerable, anybody who's going through any sort of physical, mental hardship as well. It could be also people suffering some sort of ill health, whether it be physical or mental as well. You have some sort of role in that as well, okay? Really, really important for you. I'm going to get some oracle energy now on this. So again, I'll refer to the Sacred Forest Oracle in regards to how does Spirit see people in group 2, please. Flow, meandering pathway. What I'm getting from this is that yes, I think you have a lot of water energy, maybe in your charts, maybe your signs, maybe a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm feeling more sort of Pisces, Cancer sort of energy about you, and it's kind of a path that they want you to go on, but it is meandering, and it's like different twists, different turns in that path, and they want you to go along it because there's a lot that, as I said, there's a lot of potential, and there's lots of things waiting for you to explore. They want you to explore, to find certain things out about yourself and about the world and about these frequencies that you are naturally tuned into as well. And in order to do that, you need that kind of hangman energy, which is kind of surrendering to the divine, surrendering to all them downloads that are coming in from you. So you need that. What they're telling me is in the moments of stillness, you are actually moving forward. You might not feel like you are, but you are, and you're getting a lot of information directly from Spirit. They want you to get that information, and I really feel a lot of it is actually clairvoyantly, clairaudiently, and also clairsentiently as well. Very, very important for you, group 2. So a bit of information, a bit more, please, from this deck. Okay. We have Protection Guardian, drop your shields. If you can see that. Okay. Yeah, I think you're like a protector of hearts. That's what I see from this card. You are strong. As I said before, this Queen of Pentacles was the first energy that came through. It's like you can provide a shelter, provide like refuge or healing for other people as well. And, whether this be other people, whether this be for the animal kingdom, but anybody who is vulnerable as well, you were able to provide that for them, and that is how Spirit sees you. Very, very high frequency energy. Okay, so I'm going to lastly ask, does Spirit, what kind of advice do you have, please, for people in group 2 about this, Spirit? We have the 5 of Cups, followed by the Fool, and that is followed by the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm getting a bit of a journey here, group 2, is that maybe some of you might be feeling this 5 of Cups at the moment. You might not be feeling, you might have regrets about something that you haven't gone for in the past, an opportunity that you might have let slip. And what they're telling you is to turn around, and there is another way. All right, and this is through direct connection. Remember, we've got the inner child here with the Sun. You are very, very playful. That's really important energy for you, and that's what they're telling me to do. It's to really connect with that inner child part of yourself, as you see with the Fool card, and that will help you as well to heal others in this kind of energy and to help them to connect with this part of themselves as well. And what will happen is, as a result, we have this 9 of Pentacles, which is about enjoyment after hard work. and after perseverance, and you're actually able to reap all the benefits of all the hard work that you put in from grabbing that opportunity as well. And this is what they're telling me, this is what they're saying to me, is it's actually to believe that you are on this path, and to really believe in yourself, really have a strong sense, really believe in yourself, in your healing abilities, in order to heal yourself and to heal others as well. So some last information from the tarot, please, Spirit. Any advice do you have, please, for people in group 2 about this? We have the Page of Swords, followed by the Hermit, followed by the Knight of Wands. So what they're telling me is, through this grief, through this sorrow, it's kind of like going into the darkness of yourself. What will happen is you will get clarity, and the same thing will happen when you're healing others as well. You're bringing clarity, to facing up to things, going through that grief process, not to kind of resist it, but just to go through it. And what will happen is, as a result, you get this messenger of clarity. It's like you get an idea in your mind on how to kind of carry on and develop yourself in the most, whether this be in some kind of venture or business. And then, what you have to do is a lot of inner work, a lot of inner reflection and analysis as well. And doing that, you're going to be connecting directly to source, as we see with the Fool card, and directly connecting to your inner child energy. And they really, once you've done that, the process is they really want you to go forward with this. This is where the fire comes in. I'm actually looking at this, and the only other we've got Ace of Wands here, and we have the Ace of Wands. So there's definitely a germ of an idea, or definitely an idea that wants to develop itself, that spirit wants you to develop. Okay, and this is a process. You have that start. Other people see the potential in you. Spirit knows that you are naturally that kind of clairsentient healer, and they want you to go forward with that. It's time for you to go forward and really start to get focused. And this is about, really going forward with that in a kind of brave and courageous way, because you have that ability. It's really, really important for you. Lovely. So again, I'll finish off with some oracle cards about this. So please, Spirit, again, any advice for people in group 2 about this, please? Stability, Earth Spirit. Okay. Yes, you are very grounded, and you have the ability to tap into that earth kind of energy. So although there's a lot of water in your charts, I feel that some of you have some earth elements as well. Okay, that might be the case for some of you. But it's to do with being stable. It's about, as well as connecting in spirit, they really want you to be grounded in it as well. Because what you're going to do is very grounded. You need to ground this idea you got. I really feel that for some of you, it's a kind of business idea you got, maybe whether it be a spiritual or healing business or something to do with caring. But that they want you to ground it, basically, because it is something that you are meant to be prosperous, and you shouldn't feel guilty about this. You are meant to be prosperous for yourself as well, not just for other people. And lastly, to finish off, again, we'll go to the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. So Spirit, any last words of advice, please, for people in group 2 about this? Okay. High Priest, intend and create. You've got this wise one energy, this kind of receptive feminine energy, but what they want you to do is draw on the masculine energy and the grounding energy as well, because that is the way that you are going to ground all that knowledge, all that wisdom, all that power, healing power that you have. you need to ground it and really to push it forward in a kind of masculine, whether you're male or female, we all have feminine and masculine energies, and that's really, really important for you. The blend of the receptive, but what they're telling me is now is the time to move on and to really set them intentions, set them goals, really know what you want to do, because that is what you're going to need. You're going to need that masculine energy in order to create what it is you want to do on Earth. Okay, so the beautiful reading, group 2. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please share, like and subscribe to my channel. Also, please feel free to leave any comments as well below. So that's lovely. Thank you very much and goodbye. Hello group 3 and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely steel pentagram tarot box. Okay, and this reading, if you remember, will be about how people in the 3D on Earth view you versus how spirit sees you. Okay, so the purpose of this reading is just to have a look at the comparisons between these two different perspectives. I think it will be really, really interesting to highlight that. And at the end of the reading, I will be pulling some cards just to ask for a bit of advice from Spirit about this. Okay, so let's begin. So Spirit, firstly, I'd like some information about group 3, please, in regards to how do people in the 3D, in the material world, on Earth, in this incarnation, how do they view people in group 3, please? How do people view people in group 3? Okay, so to begin, we have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the King of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Wands. What I feel is that people see you as possibly somebody very grounded, and they're very kind of family orientated as well. That might be the case for some of you, it might not be the case for all of you, but there's a sociability about them. But I get a sense that there's also, it's kind of two sides. There's a sociability, but there's also times when you kind of step into the background and kind of view things from kind of an outer perspective. Sometimes you not isolate it, but sometimes you retreat into the shadows, as we see with this man. I'm drawn to the man more than anything, this old man. He's kind of retreated into the shadows and he's looking out into the world. All right, but it's like you're able to blend the two, and you are able to get very, very grounded and quite prosperous actually on the earth plane. I get a sense that you are somebody reliable, somebody grounded, and somebody at least has the potential to be very abundant on earth. You have that sense about you as well. And possibly some of you might display a kind of a wise energy. You're like the person that people go to for advice. All right. And you have like a gentle energy with you as well, because you are very connected to the animal kingdom and all that kind of thing. And you are somebody, it's like you have a spark of life in you. It's like you bring new life, new ideas into situations that might feel quite stale, quite stagnant. You are able to inject new life into them. So this could be, for example, in the workplace, you are the kind of person who comes in with ideas, quite new ideas. You're like regenerating life into possibly old or stale projects or old ways of doing things, and you're able to do it in a kind of way that it doesn't really feel out there. People can understand, people can relate to, and you have a kind of a structure about it. Okay, lovely. So I'm going to get more information about this. So Spirit, more information please about how people in the 3D view people in group 3, please. Right, we have the Strength card, the Chariot card, and the Ten of Swords. Yes, so I'm looking at this immediately, the Ten of Swords. It's like new project, maybe relationships as well, but definitely I get a sense of new projects at work, things like that. You were able to inject life into things that have died, basically. I'm talking died, I'm talking possibly metaphorically, so projects that are stale, they've died, they've run their course, and you come in like with a new beginning, a new surge of energy. And again, we have here the major arcana, the Chariot. People see you as the idea bringer. You inject life into things and you make them really, really prosperous. And you have a strength as well as a wisdom about you. And that is why people respect you. I get a sense that people really respect your energy, your earth grounded energy. It's sensible and structured, but it's also very, very, I get a sense that you're very enigmatic as well. And again, you inject new life into things. Wonderful. And you make things just really, really prosperous. People feel abundant when they're around you, and your strength really rubs off onto them. You make others feel confident, and you infuse them with ideas as well, especially because you have this Chariot energy behind you as well. Beautiful. People, I think as well, often feel quite safe in your presence as well. I think you have a strong, whether you're male or female, there's a strong masculine kind of protective energy about you as well. And that's what's coming through these. But also, as I said before, you're very, very connected to the animal kingdom, as we see with the dogs here and the lion here. It says about gentle, loving, strength, protection, energy, all that kind of thing. And it's like you recognize those that are vulnerable, whether it be animals or people, and that need help. You really, really recognize that. And that is what is coming through to people. Right, so I'm going to start off with this deck. Information, please, Spirit, about how people view people in group 3, please, in the 3D. We have unicorn, purity. This, I believe, came up in group 1. But yeah, there is a sense of, there's like a fizz and a magic around you as well. And again, yeah, we're talking about somebody with very, very pure, positive motives as well. There's a real goodness about you, and people really, really sense that. Whether they're psychic, whether they pick up on that or not, whether they understand it or not, they're just drawn to you because of that. It's a very loving energy, very protective energy, but it's coming from a really pure place. And as you see with these stars around this unicorn, there's like a magic and a fizz about you. As I said before, you're like a match being struck. You were able to bring new life into things. It's like you purify things as well, and you bring a way forward to people as well. They like to follow you. You have this Chariot energy behind you. I'm going to use this deck, Angels and Ancestors, Oracle cards. So more information, please, Spirit, about how people view or see people in group 3, please. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Yeah, you are seen as somebody very, very prosperous, and you have that abundant energy, that positive energy about you, and you were able to manifest really, really quite easily. And you're able, as I said before, you're able to turn something old and stagnant, and you're able to bring new growth to things. Okay. And it's like you've got evidence of the rewards of this as well. It's like you can provide evidence for this, and you help others with this as well. So what I'm going to ask next, please, is how does Spirit see people in group 3? Now, when we're talking about Spirit, they know everything about us, I believe, more than we know about ourselves, because they know about what's going on in our subconscious, all of our thoughts, our deeds, everything that's happened, not just in this incarnation, but in previous and future incarnations as well. So what does Spirit see? How does Spirit see people in group 3, please? the Four of Swords, followed by the Knight of Cups, followed by the Star. Okay. I think we're carrying on from this energy of renewal, which is what I see with the Star. Conventionally, in the tarot, the Star, the number 17, follows the 16, the Tower card. So after destruction, after things have ended, you are the regenerator. And that is what Spirit sees in you. And what you're doing, you're bringing through this energy of love and light. And just the energy of love that you're bringing through to situations. That is how Spirit sees you. And I get this Four of Swords. It's like when things are too much, things, people feel defeated or crushed, or things are just near the end of a cycle. There's this period of, it's like a void or a pause in things. And what I see Spirit as is that you are able to come in to during this kind of pause where people are regenerating, and you are the person that brings new life into things. You bring new life into things. That's what I'm seeing by this. Very, very positive, very, very powerful energy there. Any more information, please, about how Spirit sees people in group 3, please? So we have the Two of Swords, followed by the King of Swords, followed by the Three of Swords. Lovely. So yes, you're able to bring, as well as love, you're able to bring clarity to a situation with the King of Swords. Yeah, there is a strong kind of leader energy about you as well, which is what I'm seeing with these 3 cards, especially here, and the Strength card, I hasten to add. But it's like you come in after that period of reflection. It's like that period after things have ended, people are in this stage where they can't really make their minds up which way to go. And what happens is your energy on Earth in this incarnation, probably in all your incarnations, you've come in as the next step, I should say. People are reflecting, they don't know what to do next. You come in and you show them the way. And this is mixed with clear, logical thinking and ideas, mixed with the Knight of Cups, which is pure love energy. And what you're doing, you are transmuting the Three of Swords energy, which is where people don't know where to go next. They're feeling heartbroken, they need some sort of healing. You are bringing in new life, and it's coming from a very, very high place. You are downloading it directly from Spirit in them particular moments when you bring that clarity through to people. Wow, very, very positive and powerful. So again, some more information, please, about this. How Spirit sees people in group 3, please. Wizard of the Woods, focus. Yeah. Can you see that? As I said, you've got the King of Swords. You bring focus to a situation, but it's very, very powerful. It's almost like a wizard, if you know what I mean. Remember, you've got all this knowledge. You are seen as somebody very, very wise, but you're coming from a place of purity as well. And that is because all your actions, all your thoughts, they are being directed by a much higher frequency, a frequency from Spirit, a frequency from the other realms. And that's what you're bringing to situations. Wonderful. Very, very wise, clear, focused knowledge. Okay. Anything else from this deck, please? From Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards for how Spirit sees people in group 3. Drawn to that one. Okay. We have Air Guardian, shift your perception. Yeah, definitely to do with focus. Remember, you're bringing, I'm keep repeating it, you're bringing a new energy. Air Guardian, shift your perception. You can shift people's perceptions into something new and to something fresh. You're kind of giving a clear path and a clear way to people, a way that they haven't considered before. Okay? Lovely. Right, so what I want to do now, I'd like to ask you, please, Spirit, have you got any advice for people in group 3 about this? Any advice for people in group 3, please? So we have the 3 of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the 4 of Cups as well. This 3 of Cups is about collaborating with others, and it's about forming partnerships or forming, I think it's to do with working relationships. That's what I get from this, and also maybe a bit of to do with your social life. It's about bringing that enjoyment through. Maybe some of you need to bring that enjoyment through as well to what you were doing. But what it's telling me is that to keep everything must be focused on that frequency of celebration and everything like that, and love and everything else like that. And that is what your destiny is calling you to do. And what they're saying is that if you get any kind of really trust your intuition, really trust what your intuition is telling you. Them times when you're not really focusing, or you get an idea or something, if it feels right, just go with it. And that's what this 4 of Cups is bringing in. Their spirit is bringing you ideas, they're bringing you inspiration. This could be through feelings as well. So what they're telling me is to really go with your gut instincts of what is right and the way to go forward. And that is really important for you. Any more last words from the tarot, please, Spirit, or advice for people in group 3? We've got the Wheel of Fortune also on the bottom of this deck. We have the Hermit, followed by the 2 of Swords, followed by the 3 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords repeated again. So yeah, I think you're getting a lot of... So for some of you, this might be to do with, you might have some kind of spirit guides that are coming through when you're having these kind of hermit moments, or you're retreating into yourself and kind of recharging yourself and looking for that inner knowledge. And for others of you, I think it's probably to do with maybe kind of collaborating with others more. So coming out of yourself, maybe collaborating with others more, kind of getting involved with other people and bouncing ideas off each other as well. And that will give you more inspiration to move forward. And yeah, definitely carry through this energy as we have the 2 of Swords. You are definitely the way shower. You're able to, after this period of reflection, you are able to turn that Wheel of Fortune in the correct way, in a positive way. And they really want you to work on that. But I think what you have to do in order to bring that out more, this natural talent you have, that spirit sees, you need to be open to any sort of synchronicities, anything that comes through for you from spirits. They're really trying to give you ideas, and these ideas, what these ideas are doing, are telling you how to heal all this kind of dark, kind of emotionally drained, heartbroken kind of energy. They are giving you messages about that, and some of you might get it clairsentiently through your feelings, through a sense, something like that, but things will definitely come through for you, and they want you to be aware of that. So, any more information, please? So, going to the oracles. Any advice for people in group 3, please? So we have prosperity, bee spirit. Yes, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune here as well, and the Wheel of Fortune appeared in the bottom of the deck. So it is your destiny to be prosperous and to be abundant as well. And they really want you to tune into that. It's like tune into that luck frequency. It's not necessarily luck, but you're able to tap into that and you're able to direct things in the way that you want to direct them. And then we have Sage, be devoted and committed. It's really having that peaceful space at times when you have got this hermit energy for reflection and be committed to being prosperous and to grounding what you want on planet Earth. And this is definitely that energy, that regenerative energy is really, really important for you. And it's something that you're really, really good at, group 3. Lovely. Lovely positive reading. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please share, like and subscribe to my channel as well. Please feel free to leave any comments as well. And again, thank you very much and goodbye. Hello people in group 4 and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely carved Celtic tarot box, okay, with this lovely red interior. And your reading will be about how people see you versus how spirit sees you. If you remember in the introduction, I was talking about spirit will see things about ourselves that we don't know, because they know about our subconscious. They know everything about us throughout our about all of our incarnations from the very beginning. So I think it will be a very, very interesting comparison between the two of how yourself and people see you as opposed to how spirit sees you. And I will finish off the reading by asking for any advice on spirit regarding this. Right, so let's begin. Spirit, please can you give me information about group 4? How do people see people in group 4, please? And I'm talking about this current incarnation on Earth. How do people see people in group 4, please? Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles, followed by the 7 of Pentacles, followed by the Justice card. So what I'm getting from here is that people sense that you are, or they see that you are a very generous person. You're very generous in terms of the time that you give to people. And this could be in terms of money, but also time and giving, parts of yourself to people. And what I feel from this is that people see that you give so much to others, but you're kind of in a limbo. I see you as in kind of a limbo in that it's like you're not doing yourself justice. That's what I see by this, is that you have a lot of potential, a lot of things that you're able to do, but you're not moving forward. For some kind of reason in the way that you should. There's a lot that people can see that you are able to achieve, but you're not moving forward, just like you're in a stasis and kind of a limbo. And what I feel that people are kind of tuning in, whether they understand it or not, into kind of that energy that you are meant to do certain things in this life, and maybe you're not quite doing them, or not doing them to the extent that you should be doing it. So I'm going to get a bit more information about this. So Spirit, please can you give me information about how people see people in group 4, please? We have the 8 of Wands, followed by the 10 of Wands, followed by the 5 of Cups. Yeah, interesting. I really get a strong sense that I believe that you're very, as I said, you're very generous. You give a lot of yourself to other people, but what's happening is it's stopping a flow for yourself, for your own prosperity, and people see that. And it might leave some people feeling quite frustrated because they can see your true potential, but because you're giving yourself so much to others, you're feeling quite drained. You've got this 10 of Wands at the end of it. You're carrying a lot of burdens. You're carrying a lot of other people's burdens as well, a lot of energy. This could be to do with certain things also that you're carrying. People might not be able to understand it, but they get a sense that you're carrying things from other incarnations as well, certain patterns, certain things from before. And they can see that it's making you feel quite kind of regretful and kind of upset and kind of a bit depressed about it. There's a sort of a grief, there's a sense of grief and a sense of loss about. It's like you're grieving over something that you have the ability to do, but you're feeling kind of, you've given so much of yourself to others, it's stopped this flow, because this is what's meant to happen. You have a flow, and this is like Sagittarius energy. It needs to go forward, but there's like a wall. I see a wall here, a wall of wands, and the energy is too much, and it's kind of left you in kind of a limbo state. I'm really getting a sense of a limbo state, and there's a need for you to move, but something is blocking it, and that's what people are seeing in you, group 4. Okay, so I am going to use this deck, the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Okay, Spirit, so what do people see? How do people see people in group 4, please? That just flew out. Okay. We have perception. You are getting ready to have a change in perception that will change everything. It's like they're seeing, they're seeing some potential in you, but they want you to, it's like they see a way forward for you, but you're not seeing it because you're carrying so much. It's kind of blocking your perception or limiting your perception, and that's stopping you from moving forward. You've got quite a narrow focus, and it's not, that's because of all the things that you're doing for others. You're feeling kind of limited, and they're seeing there is a way for you to change this. It's never too late to change your perceptions, and by changing your perceptions, it will tap into this kind of universal law of what you deserve. Basically, you're tapping into that, and this will push through this energy of the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, and that is what people are sensing from you, is that you do need to have a change of perception. You need to be thinking about what you need to do for yourself as well as others in this incarnation. I think I'm going to use this deck, numerology deck. Okay, how do people see people in group 4, please, Spirit? (11) Individuality. Yeah, I'm getting a sense here that definitely, and you've got that red energy that is kind of an Aries energy as well. That's like inner power, self-power. It's like people close to you want you to bring out, there's a strong individuality around you, but it's like they feel it's being suppressed by other energies. Whether people intend to or not, there's other energies around you that are holding you back and holding you down. Now, I'm not saying to cut these people off. What I'm saying to you is to balance things out and to leave that, is to have that time out for yourself, so you can really push through that individuality. And we have the number 11, which I'm really focused on this because we have the number 11 justice as well. So what they're seeing is it's about time that you need to focus on yourself, and it's like finding your true identity without being affected by the energies of others. We're always going to be affected by each other, by other energies, especially if we're particularly susceptible to it. But there comes a time when we need to be able to kind of ground ourselves and really think of where we're going in this incarnation, in this life, so we can get through this kind of grief energy. Okay, so yeah, there's a real sense that it's kind of your individuality is being suppressed, and it really is demanding a change of perception. That is how people are seeing you. That's what I see from this. Right, so Spirit, please can you tell me, how does Spirit see people in group 4, please? It's almost like, looking back at this Ten of Wands, it's like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you're carrying other people's weight as well, metaphorically. It's like you're helping other people, you're carrying their problems, but it's weighing you down, it's making you feel bound. And on the bottom of this deck, we've got the Devil card, which is to do about feeling bound, feeling restricted as well. And that is what people are sensing from you. So Spirit sees you. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who's free, someone who is flourishing. Then we have the Judgment card. Wow. Wow. And then the Star. What a combination. So yeah, you have... Spirit kind of sees you as a free spirit. You have a free spirit energy. You've done a lot for people, and it's time. What they're telling me is time to respond to your calling. There is a higher calling to you, and it's coming from a very high frequency place. So maybe a lot of you are naturally tuned in to the higher order of things. So we're talking about angelic frequencies, high level spiritual beings or spirit guides. And they are trying to communicate with you to give you some kind of sort of sign. So I would definitely be listening out for any, if you are clairaudient, which I suspect some of you are, listen out for any sort of signs such as ringing in the ears, anything like that. When I was meditating for this reading, just before I start, I did feel more aware of my auditory senses. It was like there was a kind of a white noise coming through my right ear, as I was and it was sort of intensifying as I was building up the energy and really meditating on your energy group 4, and that was what was coming through. It's like Spirit wants to deliver a message, and that message, what it's doing is actually going to help you renew and help you replenish. It's like bringing you to the start of who you are, what your identity is, what your individuality is, because you're meant to really, really prosper on planet Earth. We have this prosperous energy. Okay, you deserve the fruits of planet Earth as much as anybody else, and this is what's coming through to me. And as you can see, I'm talking about clairaudience. Obviously, I'm talking about the trumpets here. That's awakening these. They look like they've possibly been dead. You know, they're rising from their coffins. This angel, I think, is the Archangel Gabriel, is delivering messages and awakening them from that slumber, the deathly slumber. And we have the Star, and if you see here, we have a bird in the tree, and that bird is like the clairaudience. The bird is communicating to people, trying to awaken these people as well. There's a real sense of needing to renew yourself, needing to replenish yourself, and Spirit wants to help you. They want you to direct you towards that. So I'm going to get a bit more information, please, of how Spirit sees people in Group 4, please. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Wands, followed by the Knight of Cups. So yes, in the middle we have this Three of Wands, and this is about the intrepid traveller. This is a person going out by themselves into the world with their own mission. And this is about balance as well. So what they're telling me is that you have the ability to balance the needs of others with that of yourself, so that the needs of others don't cloud what it is you need to do. You need to balance it, and that's what they're telling me is that you're able to do that. You have the ability to do that. Remember, this is the Pentacle cards, and this is about achieving the perfect balance. You're able to do this on planet Earth. And maybe also I get a sense that from a previous life you weren't able to do this, but for some reason in this life, whether it be through something karmic, something has held you back. And now they're saying it's time to resolve this karma. It's time to move forward and bring back this Nine of Pentacles energy into this lifetime. And what it's going to do is actually throw light on the situation. Remember, we had the devil on the bottom of the original deck. We now have the Three of Wands, which is that's in the dark as the devil. This is lightening things up to all the possibilities that are ahead of you. Remember what I said, it's not too late. No matter what age you are, no matter what phase you are in your life, it's not too late to move forward onto something much bigger, onto something wonderful. And what they're telling me is that in order to do that, they are actually sending you messages. And these are messages of love. Okay, it says about nurturing yourself, looking after yourself. Spirit wants what is best for you. In order to look after yourself, they want you to be healthy. They want you to be happy, and they're bringing this through. But they want you to take notice. They are giving you signs in whatever form there is. So they really want you to take notice of that as well. Wow. You definitely have a strong connection with spirit, whether you know it or not. So I think it's really worth developing them kinds of abilities, whether they're latent, whether they're powerful, them psychic abilities. Definitely, I'm feeling clairaudience would be very, very powerful for you as well. And this also might help with your clairvoyance, which I'm seeing through the Three of Wands, because things will start, your third eye, I believe, will start to open. This is very, very much to do with third eye, seeing a bigger picture, which is what we have in the Three of Wands. When you open your third eye, you do see the bigger picture as well. This will enable all the opportunities to be open to you, as well as communicating with the spirit world. It can be very practical as well. So yeah, work on the third eye, but work on the root as well so you can ground it. Right, so let's have a little look. So for this deck, so how does spirit see people in group 4, please? Drawn to this card underneath. Okay. Intuition, yes. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. Yes. You are intuitive. Spirit sees you as that, and they're telling you trust that intuition, because that gut feeling that you get, or that sense, or something you see or you hear, that is spirit. They're calling you to your higher calling. They're giving you messages. So it might be worth some of you taking time out just to understand their messages, maybe through meditation, just from having a break from the energies of others. And really, I think it's really important for you as well to learn. Maybe you're quite an empath, you're quite empathic. So it's important for people who are empaths and who are carrying all this weight. They need to ground themselves at times just to protect their energies so that they don't go into this kind of Five of Cups energy. You are able to do both. You are able to balance, but really, really focus on your intuition, developing it. So with the numerology deck, how does spirit see people in group 4? Domestic harmony. Yeah, this is definitely about balance. You are able to do that. You can have a lovely domestic life and not feel guilty about putting yourself first at times or focusing on yourself. You are able to do it. Don't neglect yourself don't neglect yourself, basically. That's what they're saying. I know it's hard and easy for me to say that, or for spirit to say that, but this is what they're saying. This is what's really, really important for you. And this is what they know you can achieve. You are meant to get that harmony and that bliss on earth, but you need to use your intuition in order to do that. So I'd like to know, please, do you have any advice for people in group 4 about this, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups, followed by the Chariot, followed by, wow, the King of Cups. Again, about balance, but this is about your emotional balance. Really focus on that. And what they're saying is, you've got these dreams. This can talk about illusion and everything like that, but I believe in your circumstance, in the context of this reading, that we are talking about things that you thought were just in the ether, things that you really wanted to do that you felt defeated by, you felt it was too late to do it. But what they're telling you is you really need to draw these down, focus on that, and really believe that whatever you want, whatever you dream of, the things you want, you can actually ground into reality. And to do this, what you need to do is really focus on that solar plexus energy, that doing energy, doing things for yourself to prosper. And what you're doing is you're calling on this energy of spirit to help you with that really, really powerful chariot energy. It's giving you strength to get through this and do it. And what that is going to do is also make you really, really emotionally balanced. Okay, and emotionally balanced. I'm not talking about that. Remember I said about grounding yourself. So I believe, yes, you are empathic. You're picking up on all the energies, all the different things from others. If you ground yourself, you will feel able to, as you see with this King of Cups, he's on a choppy sea. This is like the choppy sea of emotion. And at the moment, possibly some of you are capsizing in that sea of emotion, and your emotions are going to mix up with the emotions of others. But what they're saying is if you ground yourself like he can, you can help, he's not controlling the sea around him, but he's actually controlling how he navigates it and how he's able to sail on it. He's able to stay afloat. He has complete poise and he has complete focus, and that creates stability for himself. And that is the way for you to prosper and to get these dreams down into planet Earth. Anything else, please, Spirit, for people in group 4? Any more advice for them, please? Okay, we have the Two of Wands, followed by we had the Emperor in reverse. That's unusual. Followed by the Page of Wands. Wow. Yeah, so what they're telling me here is with the Two of Wands, this is like the precursor to the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, this person has already managed to step out of his comfort zone. But what they're seeing at the moment, you're not quite there yet. They want you to focus on, this is kind of planning. It's very energetic, but it's planning, and it's having control of yourself, control of your emotions, and control of your thoughts on your actions. And you're able to look forward and plan your next steps. Yes, you are still within your comfort zone. As we can see, he's within the turrets of his castle, but he has the world in his hands, and he's looking forward and he's planning where he wants to go next. And this is what you need to do. You need to treat your dreams really, really seriously, and you need to plan them. Plan how you want to achieve them, setting goals, things like that. This is what this card is about, especially in the context of your reading. And doing this will ground and bring things down into reality for you. We have the Emperor reverse, because what it's telling me is that at the moment, what they wanted to do is make this reversal into an upright position. The Emperor in the upright position, he is to do with stability, with structure, with order, with self-management, that leadership kind of energy. But at the moment, it's on the flip side, where that I feel that energy is quite dampened for you at the moment, and that's because of the energies of others and the amount that you give to others as well. So what you need to do is, as I said before, not to cut other people off. We're not saying that. It's just to give yourself time away and to ground yourself, to protect yourself from them energies. And what they want you to do by doing that, you also accepting the help from spirit. This is going to bring that leadership energy, that self-management energy through. And what will happen is, by accepting that help from spirit, that grounding as well, you're able to flip this Emperor back into the upright position. And what that will do is make you very, very emotionally balanced, but also you've moved on from this Ten of Wands, which is somebody who's very, very burnt out and feeling crushed, into somebody who's very, very youthful. They're at the start of everything. This is the Page of Wands. It's a very youthful, energetic card to do with youthful passions, anything like that. It's new ideas, it's having passion and a way forward. And what it's telling me is that this is very, very, very possible for you. And they want you to focus on that. This is about focusing on replenishing your energy and planning your next steps ahead, and just accepting them synchronicities, them downloads, and opening up to spirit, because they are helping you along this journey. Right, so lastly, to finish off with these oracle cards, intuitive life coaching, any more wisdom please, or information for people in group 4 please? We have visionary. Wow, you are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. Yeah, see, your creative ideas as shown by the 7 of Cups. All right, you were learning to synthesize. So this is a synthesis action really. We've got the 2 of Wands, which will lead to the 3 of Wands. You are planning your next step. And this action is denoted by the Chariot card. Wow. What they're telling me is that you have a very, very bright future ahead of you where you can put all of your creative ideas into action, but you need to ground yourself and re-energize yourself in order to do that. And that's about taking time for yourself to do it. So lastly, to finish off, just a final word from the numerology deck, please, for people in group 4. Advice for people in group 4, please, Spirit, about this. Follow your dreams. Wow, yeah, they really do want you to follow your dreams, because these dreams are not something that's just meant to be in the ether. They're meant to be brought down into reality, and that's a final word from Spirit for you to do that. Beautiful. Well, a lovely way to end the reading, group 4. Very positive. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, all the usual things. Please leave any comments as well. I always welcome any comments. So thank you very much and goodbye.